Ms. Landsman will give you 3 minutes, and then we'll follow that with Mr. Rogers, 3 minutes. The floor is yours.
Thanks. Minister, you started this committee saying that you didn't say what you meant in your comments. Our government has made the decisions to stop investing in roads. First you said you didn't say it, then you said you didn't mean it, then you said you meant something entirely different. Then you talked about the analysis that we have done for the network to be perfectly adequate, and it turns out there is no analysis, or you did no analysis, or if there is an analysis, that you refuse to share that analysis with anyone. And then you said that the carbon tax is revenue neutral. We know that it's $20 billion in the government coffers, which $18 billion is not remitted, so that's not revenue neutral if you understand the definition of revenue neutral. And then you said that more families get more back in rebates than they do in paying the carbon tax. And we know that the parliamentary budget officer says that that's not true for the majority of families in everywhere where the carbon tax applies. So if you're not going to be truthful on the first 4 questions in my answer, I'm going to just ask you once. Are there any circumstances in which you will cause you to walk back the April 1st 23% tax hike that you are about to impose on Canadians, which your colleagues have believed has nothing to do with roads or the cost of gas?
Sorry, Ms. Landsman. We'll stop the time there, Mr. Badaway.
Relevance.
It's a point of order for relevance. Okay. If we could just make the link between the roads and the question, I think that would be helpful for the minister and for committee members.
I will make this clear one more time. You put gas in your car to drive on the roads. I'm asking him about the carbon tax that you're about to raise on Canadian families on April 1st. So, Minister, do you have an answer to the question?
D'abord, je ne partage pas votre caractérisation de mes commentaires. Je n'ai pas.
First of all, I don't share your characterization of my comments. What I said was that I should have been more precise. I take full responsibility for this lack of precision. As for carbon pricing, your party and your leader never speaks of the rebates that people receive from this price. Yes, the rates will go up on April 1st, but so will the rebate. And your party never mentions that if we don't put a price on carbon, our economic partners will do so. Any country that exports to Europe must pay a carbon price if we do not have our own carbon price system. And in the U.S., our largest trading partner, there are plans to put up a border tax for any country that does not have a carbon pricing system. So either we do it ourselves or it is done for us by our economic partners internationally.
I just want to know if you've seen any data that suggests anything other than the 70% of Canadians that we see in public data that are against your April 1st tax hike, or that you've talked to premiers and had a separate conversation with them in any kind of way that would suggest that 70% of them aren't against the April 1st 23% tax hike. Is there anything that you have seen to suggest that any Canadians believe that what you are imposing in less than 2 weeks on gas, on groceries, on home heating, on families, on farmers, on First Nations, right across the country is a good idea?
Comme votre
As your party in the 2021 election campaigned to maintain the carbon pricing system, this is the commitment we made, and that's what we're doing. Thank you, Minister.